Welcome back to the Flashing Badger podcast. My name is Gordon. I will be your GM for today. Joining me, as always, are...
I'm Wegs. I'm Fitz.
I'm Mike.
Thank you very much. Today we are playing Brindlewood Bay, a game about elderly ladies solving mysteries in a small Massachusetts town. This game was written by Jason Cordova and is published by The Gauntlet. It's our first time playing, and today we're going to be playing a mystery called Dad Overboard.
Flashing Badger, Flashing Badger, alright. Flashing Badger.
Before we start, I'll give you a really brief background here. Brindlewood Bay is like a small coastal town in Massachusetts. It was originally a whaling town, but now it's just a tourist spot. It's full of antique shops and bed and breakfasts and guided fishing tours and artists. The setting for this game is very much based on like a Murder, She Wrote kind of cozy mystery thing. So that's really the vibe we're going for. And to that vibe, I'm going to ask the players to very briefly introduce the characters they have created before they came here. Let's start with you, Wegs. Talk to me about who you're playing today.
Top of the evening to you. Gladys Callahan's my name. I'm a volunteer bus driver. I don't mind popping under the hood to tinker with T-engine from time to time.
All the tease.
Oh, you love it.
I'd like to apologise to anyone from, I presume that's meant to be Irish.
That's French. Oh, God. I'm way off the mark. My style is described as mechanic chic, so I get around in overalls and sometimes a shower cap to keep the motor oil out of my hair. And my husband, dear departed Seamus Finnegan, Patrick McDougall O'Shaughnessy McFlannery O'Flaherty. He's sadly passed away, and I've taken up his vocation of working under the hood.
Okay. And do you have any children or any pets? Or?
We have 11 children, 43 grandchildren, but currently at home it's just me and my cat Alf.
Alf. Like the popular television character of the 1980s?
There was a character named Alf.
And what was your career before you retired?
Homemaker. With 11 children, it kept me busy on the home front. Stay-at-home mum.
And how long have you lived in Brindlewood Bay? Have you been there a long time, or did you move in?
All my life, since I sailed away from T Emerald Isle.
Oh, God.
I promise I won't do this all
Anyone's bet.
You better.
That up all game.
The Emerald? Where's that?
I think it's in the Caribbean.
Right.
It sounds tropical.
Fitz, tell me about your character.
Well, thank you. Well, my character's name is Agnes.
Good start.
Yeah. Angus. Agnes Birkinshaw. Agnes is a retired local school teacher. Firm but fair, your typical old school mum. She smells like lavender and mothballs, and she always has a tissue in her sleeve. All the cardigans is pretty much her style. Agnes and her Frank lived all their lives in Brindlewood Bay, except for a short period during the war where Frank was stationed overseas.
Which war?
The war.
Okay, sure.
Desert Storm. It was 78 at the time.
Sorry, I asked, yeah.
They met during the war and settled in Brindlewood Bay and lived their entire lives there.
Okay. And any children or pets?
Unfortunately, Frank and Agnes couldn't have children, but instead fostered 17 foster children over the years, all of whom, bar one, Jenny, who's Agnes's biggest regret, were loved and raised right by Agnes and Frank. And despite all their harsh beginnings, all 16 other kids went on to become quite productive and responsible members of society. A lot still live in Brindlewood Bay and often stop by Agnes's house to visit their mom.
So Agnes is just giving a shout out to Jenny, the disappointment.
No. I think Agnes feels she failed Jenny because she couldn't put her on the right track, and we haven't spoken to Jenny in quite some time. But we're hoping somehow
for the podcast.
Jenny might come back.
This sounds like backstory rapidly becoming just story. Mike.
I think you mean Gloria Janowitz. And what I love is I didn't even create Gloria Janowitz.
No,
for anyone who listened to our Delta Green episode.
Yeah, I have to accept responsibility for Mrs. Janowitz because
I recognised that name. I just ripped that straight from a TV show. No, you ripped it from our own podcast.
Yeah, it's not plagiarism if you own it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Look, that's entirely my fault, and the terrible impression I did then, I suspect, is going to stick.
One of my favourite characters. She was always coming back.
Yeah,
and now she's got her own spin-off series.
That's right.
So we remember back from Delta Green, Gloria is an incredibly nosy neighbour in her apartment building. What would you like to know? No kids. Her husband, Morty, died a couple of years ago. So she's looking to entertain herself since his passing.
And so she moved then from, she was in Los Angeles, wasn't it?
That was San Diego, San Francisco.
San Fran?
Yep.
Good. In San Fran, she's moved.
Yeah, she's moved. So she's been in Brindlewood Bay for what, a couple of
Considering
years?
all that
or-
crazy stuff that went on in her last apartment building, I have I'm
No
not
doubt.
surprised.
Some of it comes up in her backstory. You'll find out later.
We're revisiting the dumpster fire.
Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But she is so nosy. And she carries around a handbag of assorted items. It's like a handbag of holding that's bottomless. So if ever we need anything, I'm tipping it's going to be in her handbag.
Excellent. And what was her career? What's her zone of interest? Have we talked about that?
We haven't, because that's none of your business.
Fair enough.
She loves to gossip, but she keeps her cards close to her chest.
All right. Well, as you all know, you three lovely ladies are part of the Mystery Book Club. It's not a mystery to you. You know you're part of it. There we go. Something special for people who watch the outtakes. Reusing jokes. But you meet every week at the Candlelight Booksellers in the middle of Brindlewood Bay, up in their attic loft room. And you guys love mysteries of all type, but you particularly enjoy the Gold Crown mysteries that were written by Robin Masterson and feature the famous fictional detective Amanda Delacourt. That's your main focus. That's what you love the most. This week, as we pan in, picturing it like an old TV show, as the camera pans along the waterfront of Brindlewood Bay and the sun just barely setting in the distance, and the foreshore is filled with restaurants and cafes that are packed with people. It's tourist season, and there's fairy lights draped along, and there's outdoor tables, and there's seagulls coming back and forth. And sort of down one end of the strip is the working dock area where there's fishing boats coming in and out. And almost the opposite side of that dock is all the charters coming and going with all the people trying to do game fishing and out into the Atlantic. Yep, let's go with that. As we sort of pan in, we pan through the town, and we find each of you, before the book club's kicked off, we find each of you doing that last thing you're doing at home before you head off to your book club meeting. Gloria, what does that look like just as you're getting ready to leave the house? What's the thing that you're doing as we come across you?
I'm standing in my kitchen, and you'll notice that anything above like 5 foot in height in my kitchen is just barren. I can't reach anything. So everything that I need is down on the shelf level or on the bench level, and then the drawers below. And I have about 87 boxes of prescription medications that are all over the benches, over my table, and I'm slowly popping out from blister packs, different coloured pills, and I can't for the life of me see which one is which. I'm like, oh, these are the blue ones. Oh, no. And then I change my glasses, and somehow that doesn't help. I've got 2 sets of prescription glasses, and I put one lot on to try and read the packet. I'm like, no, it's not this set. And I dip it and put the other set on and go, it's still not helping. And so I'm pretty much blind.
Does she put the 2 on like telescoping on top of each other?
I love that.
Makes super glasses. One makes things smaller and one makes them bigger, and they balance out in the middle.
And so pills are going everywhere. One drops, it rolls down my leg, across my foot and under the fridge, and it just spins away.
But this is a calming activity for you.
This is my calming activity. Sorting my pills.
Sounds incredibly high stress. So as the camera pans away from your kitchen window there, it comes across Agnes. Agnes, what are you doing at this moment?
I feel that Agnes is almost the literal opposite of what poor Gloria's got going on. Agnes's house is neat to a fault. Everything is in its place. There is nothing out of place. And Agnes has basically been so ready to leave on time that she's actually just been sitting there waiting to leave on time. Everything's packed, everything's pre-prepared, everything's ready to go. She makes sure all her bird seeders are filled and full just before she leaves. All you can hear in the house is the tick-tock of a grandfather clock as she shuts the door, grabs her handbag, locks up, and puts on her rather coolish running shoes that don't quite fit with her grandma cardigan outfit, and heads out towards the book club.
Do you seriously have sneakers on?
Yes.
I've got Converse. I've got the pumps. That's amazing.
I thought Agnes Birkinshaw would be a Birkenstock setup there. I was going for a little bit of brand integration.
Oh, nice. Is
This is people cutting the ad of Birkenstocks.
Is Agnes by any chances ex-special forces or something? Or is she
No. It's just that when you have that many children, some of whom were all in the house at the same time,
Yes.
You have to make sure that everything is run together. And being an old school mom that she was, discipline was quite strong, but there was always love. But yes, she's quite neat, tidy, and very well prepared.
Excellent. So as she steps outside the front door, the camera comes back up to give us a sort of overhead view of the town of Brindlewood Bay, all starting to light up as the night begins to fall. And then where do we zoom in to find Gladys?
Gladys is just finishing up in the kitchen. She's had herself a nice, strong Irish cup of tea that's with a little shot of something to keep her warm on these cold Brindlewood nights. She's a good Catholic grandma, but she's not above, the Irish whiskey from time to time. So she's washing the motor oil and engine grease off her hands in the kitchen. She's still wearing overalls. She didn't realise what the time was, so she's gone, oh, okay. Quick wash up, gives her cat a little scratch on the way out the door, checks that there's water and food in the bowl, and out she goes.
Excellent. So we flash forward in time a little bit to as the end of the book club meeting is, as the title comes up, Brindlewood Bay, we see them all gathering up in the loft there with a nice big circular window looking out on the bay. We can see it cosily lit from inside as they all come in and, high five or hug or whatever it is they do. And we jump forward in time a little bit to the very end of the book club meeting. We've just been talking about one of the Amanda Delacourt mysteries. Fitz, what was the name of the book you were talking about today?
The Amanda Delacourt mystery that we've just finished reading.
He's stalling.
He's stalling hard. It was the Amanda Delacourt mystery, the case of the missing...
Oh, come on, this writes itself. The case of the flashing badger.
Sounds horrible. I want to sued.
I had nothing there.
As the book club meeting comes to an end and you're all standing up, you're getting ready to leave. Just paint the scene for me. Tell me about what this...
I've got it.
Processing
Yes.
lag. Let's go. Fitz, what is it? Is it Amanda Delacourt and
The crab pot crack pot.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that.
All right.
It's worth it. We'll edit that and make it sound like you came up with it earlier.
Thank you.
So paint the scene for me. Fitz, you can go last, but what in this roof space here is like unique to you guys? What have you put in to make this place your own, this book club meeting spot? You're the only ones who routinely meet here. Is there souvenirs? Are there trophies from previous cases?
I have little porcelain cats that I keep bringing in and that I put onto a little shelf over to the side. No one else likes them. Hell, I don't even like them. But I keep buying them. No one knows where I'm acquiring these from. And they stack on this little shelf that is also a bit wobbly. And so every now and then one breaks and I make it sound like it's just the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Oh, no. No, not Professor Snugglesworth.
Are they all called Professor Snugglesworth?
Each of them, yes.
Wegs, Gladys, what have you brought to this place to make it your own?
Every time Gladys arrives, she's wearing like a cardigan or a sweater or something, and she takes it off and throws it over a chair. But the book club is so animated and fun that she, works up a sweat, so she doesn't need it. So she just leaves it. So there's 47 cardigans.
It's like a patchwork quilt of...
There's a mountain of Gladys's cardigans and sweaters draped over every chair, couch.
Would you say you discardigan them?
A+.
Oh, yeah.
Because the ladies don't weigh much, every now and then the chair just flips backwards. It's just an old lady.
Just two old lady legs in the air.
Catapult straight out a window.
I was quite proud of my discardigan joke.
No,
you gave it nothing, Mike? No
I
worries.
gave it an A+.
I have a feeling we're going to lose it in the edit.
I do that. Agnes, what touch from home have you brought, or what personalisation have you brought to the loft?
Within this loft, because I have so many foster children who never know what to give me on Mother's Day, I like the idea that there's a collection of still fresh in the box slippers, about 47 odd, if you would go for that number, in the corner that I just keep bringing in for use amongst everyone here. And we pretty much have enough that we could just use one book club meeting and discard them because I just keep getting them every Mother's Day from 17 different children. And so that's what we've got in the corner.
That's better than I thought. I thought you were going to say that you've discarded the fostered children in the corner because I've got so many of them.
I thought it was going to be all
Eight of them are in the corner.
all
them are
of
living
Jenny's
here.
pictures from school and things are in a
I scratched out.
tub. So today, the meeting is coming to an end. You obviously had a lovely time, and just as you do, you hear this sort of clomping up the stairs, and you hear like a raspy wheezing coming.
It's
and
Jenny.
It's coming around the corner, and sort of you see his one flank of him come around the corner before the rest of him. It's the local sheriff, Wyman Dalrymple, who turns up there, and he's like paused, his hand against the wall, paused at the bend in the stairs before he gets up to you. Do any of you like greet him? What's your relationship like with Wyman, the sheriff?
I have a very good relationship with Wyman, having so many children of various rough backgrounds.
Sure.
I was quite often in their younger years down at the sheriff's office, negotiating them out of some sort of tomfoolery or other, be it breaking into the school or throwing rocks at things or stuff like that.
Tell me, how do you greet him when you see him? You can only see half of him at the moment, but you can recognise his...
Like, Hyman, you will kill yourself climbing up and down those stairs. What are you doing? Such a sight. And I hand him a tissue to wipe his sweaty brow.
And he does and sort of waves you away and is almost doubled over at this point. He comes up, he's like, Agnes, just give me a second here. And he slowly makes his way up the remaining 3 steps and is doubled over, just panting.
There's my favourite lawman from the neighbourhood watch meetings. I want some more gossip.
And you see Whiteman sort of slide his eyes sideways to Gloria and slide them back to Agnes. He's like, anyway, Agnes, as I said, I'm so glad I caught you ladies here. Would you have a seat so I can tell you what's going on? And he walks in and he says, look, you ladies know the Krauss family. Wealthy. No? I'm getting okay.
I know everything about the Kraus's, darling. Pull up a seat. And careful, you just knocked over 4 of my porcelain cats.
Oh, I'm sorry, but was that Professor Snugglesworth?
You know it is.
I like the idea that no one else likes the porcelain cats, and as he knocked over 4, 2 of us just go and kick over an extra 1 or 2. Sorry.
As he turns around, his holster scrapes the shelf mostly clean. So he sits down and he goes, he says, look, I'm as sorry as anyone that I have to come to you with this, but I got a problem here. We've, the Krauss family are in the yachts out there in the harbour. You can probably see it. And sure enough, as you look through the big circular picture window, you can see this yacht. And it's one of the yachts that has like a helipad on the back and, all the lights down the side.
It's so gaudy. I always have to look at that thing.
They've always got to throw their flashy money around, show everyone how rich and wealthy
I don't
they
mind
are.
it. It's all right.
We've got time. I'll tell you everything about the Krauss family.
So he says, look, believe me, no one is more frustrated than I am that I have to be here asking for your help. But, I know you and I know your reputation and I know that you've helped us out in the past. So I'm here to ask for your help. And this doesn't come easily to me, Agnes. But Albert Krauss, the father.
They don't even have a helicopter.
Every time she interrupts, I'm knocking a porcelain cat off the shelf.
He says, anyway,
Hyman, just spit it out before you hurt yourself.
Helicopters aside, Albert Krauss, his body got fished out of the water a few hours ago. I know.
Lord.
I know. A murder here in Brindlewood Bay. Who would have thunk it?
Good heavens.
Him and his family were out on that yacht. It's out in the bay. His wife's there, Allison, his kids, Sarah, David, Emily, a couple of servants and things. They're all working there. They want to take his body back. They just say he was drunk and fell overboard, but something's not right about this.
Faith in Bagara, say it isn't so.
How did they get him? Was it sport fishing?
How did he die?
You'd win a tournament
Ladies.
for pulling in a Krauss.
Ladies.
And between us, we all just start nattering.
And he
Like
does-
we are right now.
That Emily is nasty. She's such a gossip.
sheriff-
girl, she was
The sheriff just picks up one of the porcelain cats and just drops it right in the middle of the floor. He's like, listen, I gotta get through this. This is expository dialogue. It's important. So they're all saying he was just...
Gloria goes, I've got a spare suppository if you need one.
Aren't you supposed to be working?
He said, listen, if I can't get something distinct about this case, we're going to have to let them take the body back to Boston with them. I don't want that to happen. Something's wrong here. I want you to have a look into it. But the body's been taken into the fish market. We got no morgue, as you know, being such a small and murder-free town. Apart from the murders you've obviously solved. But that's beside the point. Body's back in the fish market. They want to take his body back with them. I can't let that happen, but my hands are tied. There's big political noise. I need you guys to look into this. Please, all I need you to do is prove that it's foul play. I don't want you to solve the whole case. You mustn't solve the whole case. That's not the goal. You with me? Agnes, repeat it back to me, love.
We mustn't solve the whole case, really, Hyman.
Yeah. My name's Wyman, but that's fine.
Just do what the wise man said. The body's on ice, but it's stinking up all my whitebait.
Is that a fish?
It's at the fish market.
Okay, sure. He's like, okay, well, I'll leave you ladies with it. Just give me a minute. And he slowly, sort of lumberingly makes his way down the stairs. And I can hear you're yelling questions at him as he goes. He's like, no, just go. I don't want to taint your minds with this.
What's the modus operandi, Wyman?
He's like, listen, I don't know Greek or whatever. Just you do the thing.
Wyman, eat a salad.
He's like, yeah, you sound like my ex-wife, Mrs. Dalrymple.
Mrs. Dalrymple, now she was something. There's a classy lady.
And from downstairs you hear, just tell Gloria I don't want to hear nothing more about Mrs. Dalrymple. That woman was a goddamn saint.
She was a lovely young.
And you hear the jingle of the bell as he leaves the premises and is outside. Water is boring.
Juice needs bubbles.
My soda always tastes the same.
Not anymore, though, as Drink Plus has arrived to save beverage time from being lame. A different added taste awaits for you in every bottle of Drink Plus.
Is that ginger?
It is. Bring a little Korean flair to your lemonade.
Is that a pair of Converse sneakers?
You'll never be caught flat-footed again on your way to an important meeting.
Is this a Komatsu PC-130 Lima Charlie 11 mid-size excavator?
He's good, it sure is. And a different item is infused every time into your can of lemonade to ensure that each experience is unique.
Gerald?
Sorry, ma'am?
It's Gerald. Gerald, honey, it's you. Gerald, don't go. I have so much I've always wanted to tell you and I've never had the chance.
Oh, God, what have we done? I knew we should have never played God.
Drink Plus may contain ingredients and is not recommended for consumption and is not to be sold individually.
Flashing Badger.
He's told you that potentially murder's afoot. The bodies, the fish market. You can see the hustle and bustle of the street outside the bookshop is still alive. You're right on the harbour here.
What time is it?
It's sunsetty. It's
Okay.
early evening.
And we have the mystery of how that man fits his pants.
Oh, Gloria, don't be such a mole.
So as you make your way, it's coming to closing. So as you make your way out of the bookshop, just as you get out the front there, you can see like a young family. You see this mother like dragging a pair of children along by the arm, and these children are like, no, man, I don't want to go. I want ice cream. I want this. And it's just like miserable. And you can see the place is bustling with tourists. What?
I can't believe you brought nagging kids into our RPG time for us to unwind.
So there's also murder. I like nagging kids are worse than the murder.
The nagging kids that triggered me.
That guy who's on the plane, he's like, I can't believe I have to be sat next to some kid and also this dead guy. You see the hustle and bustle of the main street. What do you guys want to do? The yacht's out there in the harbour.
Oh, I think we'd best go give the last rites to the poor departed.
Oh, Gladys, you forgot your cardigan again.
No, that's quite intentional.
Down where you are, on the waterfront there, the fish market's just, a 1 block back from the main street. And obviously there's a marina that stretches out, like I said, into the harbour there. And the Krauss family yacht, you can see, is even more ostentatious than you thought it was originally.
It's painful to look at even from here. What, Agnes, what time does the market close?
It doesn't close till 9 o'clock tonight.
What time?
9 o'clock.
What? Gladys, what time does the market close? Agnes won't talk to me.
Oh, I think off the top of me head, it was 9 o'clock.
Okay, so we gotta be there by 8. Okay.
So,
Ladies, as Amanda Delacourt once said in the Scottish Highland murder mystery, that's not my haggis, it's yours. It's time for us to get down there and sort this one out. If you haven't got the stomach for it, don't shove it in a sheep's bowel. Let's go, girls. I start walking down towards
That's the one with the long-haired cows. I like that one.
all right. So you're making your way down the main street. Agnes is sort of blustering along. Are the two of you
Come on, girls.
falling in her wake?
I stop and I pump my little sneakers.
Oh, nice.
And then I start moving. It looks like I'm moving really quick, but then you realise it's just my tiny feet. And there's other people walking past at a normal rate overtaking me.
Tourists overtaking.
Shuffle. And I'm at like shoulder height at best.
Nice.
Yeah.
Magnificent. I love it. So you make your way to the fish market. And when you come here, it's as bustling as it ever is. But it's in that tourist time now where the serious business of the fish market was done in the morning, and now this is the sort of the showmanship and the demonstration. So there's all the guys throwing around what was a fresh catch this morning, but they're doing that thing where they throw the fish from one side to the other, and they're all yelling out their fish markety terms. They're like, "Hey, 22 bass down here," and he's like, "22 bass. I got 64 whitebait."
Whitebait's not a fish.
Yeah, well. You wrote it into canon just before, so it's become one. So, but there's a lot of the men in the overalls, and there's tourists around taking pictures, and every now and then they're going up to a particularly big fish sat in the bed of ice there, and they're getting pictures with it and putting their hands in the fish's mouth and all that sort of stuff. And just as you sort of stand near the door there's a big hanger sort of roller door that's up, and this guy's like, "Watch it, lady, he's coming through."
Tony, you're so loud.
And she's like, "Oh, Gloria, didn't see you there. How you keeping? You good?" And this whole time he's still pushing the cart, which is, the trundly wheels and full of ice. And you can see like little crab arm flopping over the side of the cart as he goes, like it's waving at you. And it's just full to the brim of seafood. But the market's bustling, but it's not at its peak like it would be at 5 a.m. You make your way in, and you know that the body is being kept back with Etienne, who's a friend of yours. You've known him for a while. One of you frequents this fish market pretty regularly. Who's that?
That would be me.
Agnes. Okay.
Yes. Etienne, funnily enough, is one of my foster children.
Excellent.
So I say, "We'll go see Etienne," and I sort of shuffle off what I think is a fast pace, but like Gloria said, it's quite slow.
So as you walk through, and this place is like bustling with tourists, tell me how the tourists are influencing. How do they make this a harder place to navigate?
I think there's just so many of them, and we're kind of a bit old and a bit frail, and I think we're sort of getting bustled a little bit because especially like Gloria said, I think we're a bit below shoulder height, so we're hard to see.
But the camera's in behind us, and it's just waves of people, but somehow we have this old lady agility of just like leaning and just cutting through this path. We've just managed to perfect this motion of like hustling through.
We quickly just grab one fishmonger who's there, and we just say, "Where's Etienne?"
And I have like a starfish attached to me and a crab hanging off my pearl necklace.
So you make your way through to where Etienne is. As you turn the corner, you can see there's like a particular little crowd around his stall or whatever it is in the market. And he's there. He's got his beard, which is silver by now. So he's a man in his 50s, as it is. And he's sort of quite hale and quite hearty and he looks like a seafaring type. Like you'd see him manning a lighthouse. All these people coming and going around, and he's just working the room. He's moving up. He's like, "Oh, hello, madame, bonjour. It's so nice to see you here with the fruit de la mer. As you see, we have, how you say, the haddock and the cod and the white bait, blanc bait." And he's just really hamming it up and working the crowd and making those sales. But as soon as he sees you, he sort of he stands. He's already 6'4", but he sort of goes up on his tiptoes. He's like, "Oh, mon cher, Agnes, come this way. Out the back." And he like opens the door that leads to the back of his like stall area.
Etienne's so charming. I could listen to him all day.
Oh, I think he's putting that accent on.
I'll be like, "He is, ladies. He grew up at the local high school. He moved to France for one summer back in 1991 and came back with an accent. And all of a sudden, look at the big man go now. Do your shirt up, Etienne. Tuck it in, and for God's sake, trim that beard."
He's like, "Oh, madame, you must be mistaken. Mon mère lives in Paris. I do not know this lady." And he's sort of jerking his thumb at the door. "I told you, don't come here. I'm working, ma. I'm working." "Oh, oui, step this way. This special room is at the back." And so he's like, at this point, he's got just a hand between your shoulder blades and he's just pushing you through the door. So you get out the back and you're into like the working man's territory instantly. You're through those semi-clear plastic flap doors, and it's all just cold storage. There's a whole bunch of guys smoking cigarettes, and of course the smell here is absolutely overwhelming. As soon as you get out there, Etienne's still out the front. He hasn't followed you through yet, but as soon as you get out the back, you have this strange feeling like you're being watched. Mike, what makes you feel that way?
I can't see very well, and so everything's still a bit of a blur, and it's from my vision of everyone's a bit pixelated, and I can feel that the room goes quiet as we enter, but my senses Gloria's quite good. So straight away she's like, oh, Billy and Justin and Tommy. Hello, guys. How are you?
And straight they're like, oh, Mrs. Janowitz, sorry, we didn't realize that was you. Nice to see you, ma'am. And they like take their hats off and hold them there. There's a very clear fear reaction.
I'm surprised to see you here, Justin, with what I've heard about you recently with your thing with your partner, and you probably don't want people to know. That's quite sensitive.
He's like, oh, Miss, and he's blushing now. He's sort of hunching his shoulder. He's like, oh, Mrs. Janowitz, yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate you keeping that between us. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much.
I believe one of my friends was here, and he was just cooling off.
Oh, I see what you've done. Yes, ma'am. I think Etienne is dealing with that individual.
He is so charming. I tell you, I can barely read my novels at the moment. Etienne can read them to me, honey.
Try changing his nappies at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then you'll see how charming he really was. And he was 9.
Speaking of nappies, oh, Billy over here, still in the adult nappies, aren't we, Billy? Billy, your friends would be mortified if they heard me talk about the stuff about you, Billy, with your incontinence.
I love the passive aggressive. Everyone's just fearful. Don't talk about what you know about him.
She doesn't even realize she's being offensive is the best bit. She's just
Everyone
like,
just scatters 'cause
I
they don't
know
wanna
things
comment.
about you and I'm just going to say them.
Everyone's like just started a cigarette, and you see rapidly people are beginning to like push trolleys to other ends of the building where they're
halfway
clearly
through gutting fishes and they just leave
just
it.
left
Just walk
them,
away.
just
And I'm
abandoned.
still talking to Tony, who I saw 4 minutes ago pushing his trolley the other way, because the last thing he said was, oh yeah, Gloria, how's things? And I'm still answering, even though he's long gone. I'm like, and my sciatic's playing up.
Yeah, I took 2 of the green ones. I don't know if I should have had one of
And
the
it's
blue
been at the
ones.
mechanic for a week and I haven't heard anything.
Right, so you get pushed out the back, and after a few minutes of Gloria alienating everyone, through comes Etienne, and as he's sort of backing through the doors, he's like, well, Madame and Monsieur, I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, you must, you examine the fish, and I will be here with the poisson. And as soon as the flap door's shut, he turns around to see you, Agnes. He's like, Jesus, Ma, you can't come to where I work. You know, this is what are you doing telling those people love me? What are you doing with this?
What, I can't come down and visit my son every now and then? Come down here and I do the smooch, where I wipe a bit of fish off his face with my, licked thumb or whatever, and I make him bend down and give me a little kiss and do all that and treat him like a 9-year-old.
Ma, you were here yesterday. What?
Oh, now you're too good for your mother?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ma. I didn't mean that.
You with your fancy accent?
Oh, Ma, it gets the business going. It's lovely to see you, Ma, but what brings you in today?
I like the idea that, just as a side note, that you're there passively, Gloria's there passively aggressive, you're just making people run away, and that Gladys every 2 seconds has a new excuse to have a swig from her thing. It's like,
hip
it's cold.
flask.
It's cold in here.
Yeah.
Oh, is that you gotta have that's a bass fish there. Ooh.
Did anyone else just feel the ocean breeze?
It was like that one.
And I love that.
Just a nip.
When you've grabbed his cheek to pull him in and you do like the thumb lick to clean something off, it does that Ren and Stimpy where it zooms right in on your thumb. It's like highly detailed. It does like the sandpaper lick. and it comes back to normal filming. But that fit like, ugh.
So he says, look, Ma, I guess you're here to see about the stiff, the dead guy?
Yep. Wyman asked us to come down and have a look. So can you show us to where he is?
He says, Ma, you know I love you, but I don't think I should. The Krausses, they were very good to me. They helped me get that job when I first started out and when I ran away from home.
Listen here, Frenchie. You don't disobey your mother. You do as she says. Now let us into the back.
He said, listen. They've set me up my stall is all because of them. Everything I have is from them. When poor old Albert had to go somewhere, I was more than happy he'd go here. But Ma, I don't think it's right, Ma. You told me to follow my moral code, Ma.
Don't you make me take you to Father O'Flaherty for a good stern talking to. Out of the way.
And this one's been stiff for hours. We should all be as fortunate as Mrs. Krauss.
And Etienne just slowly blushes.
It's redder and redder.
So I think if you want to convince him, we're going to use this as an example to test out the rolling.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, even though it's nighttime, there's a day move and a night move. Night move is for things that are more risky. I don't think you're in high risk here. You're at risk of annoying Etienne. So, it sounds like Gladys is taking the lead on the convincing here.
Yes.
In Brindlewood Bay, before you take a roll, what you do is you're going to describe to me, if it goes wrong, what you fear could happen, what the consequences could be. So, tell me what you think might go wrong if you muck this up.
Oh, he might call my bluff, I think, and he might double down and not let us through where we want to go.
He might realise you're an old lady.
And I'm threatening to take him to the local priest for what purpose? I don't know.
So roll the dice for me and we'll see what you get. 7.
7.
Excellent. So it's going to succeed. You're going to get through, but there is going to be like a consequence here. And basically, it's going to leave you vulnerable. It's going to leave you hanging. And I'm going to say what it's going to do is it's going to expose a bit of your bluster and a bit of your over-the-top behaviour to the people around them. It's going to lower your reputation a bit with them. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to put you in a position where you might be embarrassed. So you can decide if you still want to go ahead with your convincing or if you want to give up on it.
No, I think we go ahead with it.
Okay, so you start absolutely ear-bashing him. Tell me how that goes.
Listen here, you tall, handsome Frenchman. I'll not be turned away from this mission. We're on a mission from God, like those brothers that played blues. Your mother's told you to get out of the way. Now get out of the way before you bring shame upon us all.
And he's like, listen, Mom.
Don't tell me to listen.
I love that you bring your friends here, but Gladys, you gotta step off a bit. I'm here with the boys, okay? And they know that all this is nonsense. You haven't been to church a day in your life. You used to drive the school bus and throw things at us. You gave me my first taste of whiskey.
Right,
and
so you know
as soon as Agnes hears this, she's like, what?
Gladys.
He's like,
Gladys Calhoun. No,
like,
he was 17. He was...
Gladys, he's like, Gladys, I never told the school board that you were driving while you were drinking while you drove the bus, okay? But I'm going to need you to back up. I work here.
It made me a better driver.
He's like, back off a bit. So within giving you a bit of return, how does Gladys feel about this?
All right. Listen. This has got away from us. We're all heated. We've all said things we regret. You move out. You be a good boy. Move out of the way, and we'll walk on through.
So how does Gladys feel?
A little bit, affronted that she's had her authority undermined, but she feels like she's reached understanding with
I'm going to get you right on your character sheet. Write down the condition embarrassed. So Etienne moves out the way. He's like, okay, go do your thing, do what you want, but don't tell Ma, I know how you can be. Don't tell the Krausses that I let you in here. They're going to have I need this to go well for me, okay?
All right then, Etienne, but I will see you at lunch on Sunday and we will talk about this further. Don't forget to bring a nice haddock.
This is your hookup to free fish.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Have you or someone you love personally been affected by the negligence and civil malfeasance of Drinks Plus? Have you ever been subjected to ingesting footwear or construction equipment of any brand, make, or model? Have the immortal souls, spirits, spectres, or apparitions of your loved ones been manifested and subsequently drunk? Eugene Manatee, not his real name, from Boring, Oregon, had this experience.
I had a drink. It was the Orange Juice Deluxe Plus. I thought the drink would be nice. Instead, the drink contained one of my wife's necklaces, 1.6 tons of hematite, and a Japanese family of 3. I feel sad for that family. I would like some money, please.
If you share his or a similar experience, you could be entitled to compensation. Class action against Drink Plus is commencing shortly. To register your claim, contact Anders, Anderson, Anders' son, and Sons today on 1-800-I-DRANK-DAD.
Passion Badger.
He moves out the way and you go through the back.
Love you, dear.
And sure enough, a couple of crates have been pushed together and there's a big bed of ice on them. And lying there is Mr. Krauss. Fitz, tell me what's he dressed in? What's he wearing when you find his body? Is he still dressed in his usual attire?
I think Mr. Krauss is dressed in his, it looks like pajamas.
Okay.
Silk pajamas with one of those, rich people reddish type, deep red silk dressing gown overcoaty type things that.
And the letter A.
Yeah, the big engraved, embossed sort of golden K. Perhaps,
Oh, for the
Krauss.
family. Yeah.
AK for the Albert Krauss.
And obviously he's still wearing his smoking cap and he's got a pipe hanging out of his mouth.
Just one slipper.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, just one slipper.
But as you're looking at that, you hear me go, oh my God, what happened to him? He's so scaly. And I'm off to the side, running my hand along a barracuda.
Oh,
He lost some weight.
He's kept trim though. Someone took his arms and legs. So
That is amazing.
you're going to examine who among you is the best place to examine the body.
Bus driver, school teacher. What were you, Gloria?
I'm nosy.
Professional gossip.
Yeah.
Short-sighted, nosy
Gonna
woman.
say, not
Possibly.
great vision. But just has incredible nails.
I have an eye for detail. Being a motor mechanic, I have an eye for detail.
So this is another mechanic of the game is called the meddling move. Anytime you're investigating, trying to gather information from something or someone, you do what's called a meddling move. So again, you're just going to roll 2 dice and tell me what you get. Unless there's something from your cozy place, one of those items you've got to the side that can give you some kind of advantage.
No, I'll just roll the dice.
Okay.
A 7 again.
Okay. This is that you find a clue, but there's going to be some kind of complication. So as you're searching through Albert's pockets and searching through, the clothing, you come across a love letter. You see it's in an envelope with sort of a pink surround on it, and you can see there's this lovely, beautiful, flowery handwriting inside. But unfortunately, it's clearly been in the water with him, and the clue is degraded. All the ink has run. You can make out the shapes of words, but you can't actually make out who it's to, who it's from, except underneath at the bottom where the signature part is a whole list of, it's like Lieutenant Colonel so-and-so. So there's all this military stuff on the bottom as if it's been signed by a military man. But you can't make out any more detail than that.
My word.
Does it smell?
It smells of the ocean.
like salt water.
I was going to say, like
Just put your nose to it.
perfume.
No, unfortunately,
No,
it's been washed clean by the ocean,
the Atlantic.
as all sins are like to be.
Ooh.
The sea grants to each man new hope. It's from Humphrey October. It's a fictional poetry.
I thought that was an Amanda Delacourt quote from one of her
Well, it could
mysteries.
be.
The famous character, Alexei, what's his name?
The books are going awfully terrible so
Yeah.
far. They've got a horrible naming scheme thanks to Fitz. But anyway,
Yeah. It's all about alliteration.
Amanda Delacroix and the Hunt for the Red October.
so you find this letter in the pocket.
The down-buggle, brutal double homicide.
Oh, nice.
Shingle ping only, please. As Amanda says in the book. None of this is making the edit. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So you found this love letter in the pocket, and it's clearly signed by some military man, but you can't make out who it was addressed to.
So we don't even know if it's Albert's letter himself.
No, could be. Could have been to Albert. Could have been about
Somebody else's
Albert.
letter.
Gloria, do you know any military men in the area?
It reminds me of a story about when the sailors would come here to Brindlewood.
Gloria, just going to stop you there for a second. Eyes on the prize. Do you know any military men in the area?
I know plenty, honey. It'll probably come relevant later.
All right. So you that's it. That's all you can find on the body. You've thoroughly exhausted it, but you can tell it looks to you like there's a sort of a bash mark on the side of his head, but you don't know if that's from hitting the boat or hitting the water, or you're not a forensic pathologist.
No, and I suppose we can't ask any of the fishmongers who have expertise in the sea how this person
You could ask
died.
Etienne whatever you would like.
Ask Etienne, does it look like you've seen men in your position? Does it look like he's drowned or?
Sorry, Ma. Let me just get my stethoscope and my medical bag, and I'll do an exam for you.
Everybody wait, he's getting his equipment.
And Agnes is like glaring at him. He's like, I'm sorry, Ma. Yeah, I forgot who I was for a second. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I just like the idea that I tell him to come down here, bend his 6'6" frame down, and I give him the tiniest little pinch on the ear and go, sarcasm makes baby Jesus cry.
Ma, you can't. I work here. What about the boys? They're going to see, Ma.
I will paddle your bottom in front of all these work friends of yours.
It's a surprising amount of swelling on his head, given that someone applied ice immediately.
See, Ma, I like her. She's very funny. But could you please take her away? Some of the boys have been saying they're getting a bit upset with her being here.
Which boys? Was it the one who has to take the little blue pills all the time? Was it that boy? I see him at the back.
Yes, Eric was upset. Okay.
I see you, Eric.
There's no secret, Ma. We're a progressive workplace. We talk about our feelings. You're being shooed towards the exit.
Okay.
Do you want to stick around? Or are you going to leave?
No, I think we'll probably make our way. I think we've embarrassed poor Etienne enough and all his friends. I would like another parting shot on someone by Gloria. You know, is that the guy that takes the blue pills for his little flopsy problem? Or is that the guy that takes the red pills for his little blister problem?
See you later, Anthony. I suppose it's not your weekend with the kids, is it?
Does Gloria get throat punched at any point?
Terrible thing.
You created Gloria. This is on you.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Gloria to be in such a pleasant setting. Right, so as you walk outside, back into the tourist section, the noise sort of swells back up and the lights dangling from a string overhead. And there's the usual patter and banter going on here, in stark contrast to the quiet before Gloria got there, of the back of the fish market. So it's quite late at night now, so what I think we might do is, the ladies need their beauty sleep. I think we might skip it forward to next morning, and you can take your investigation from there. What would you like to do? When you first woken up in the morning, what's your first thought? What are you planning to do on this investigation?
Oh, have we had a sleepover?
You
same
tell
place?
me. This is a routine when you have a murder investigation?
I feel like one of you two has a nice place, and it's like the little bungalow out the back where the hubbies kick us out, and we have a stay up late, sleeping bags.
Giggle and gossip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is it?
The hubbies are all
I was about
dead.
to say, we don't have to listen to it
this
anymore.
used to
Gloria
happen.
didn't take her blue pill. She's forgotten. I'm so sorry, honey. Morty's not with us.
But we could use the house, but we still use the bungalow
choose
because
to
that
go
was
out the back.
tradition.
Well, I think it probably makes sense that Agnes has because she would have had a whole setup for one of the what was it,
stable.
16 kids,
the stable of children. Yeah.
fresh hay on the floor, and
And I guess, that could be our shop routine, that we all come over to my house, we sleep in the beds that were for the kids and stuff like that, and we get to bed early so we can get up early and start the day mystery hunting.
And I've, in the meantime, I've gone back before. I can't possibly spend the night without my cat, Alf. So I've gone home to pick up my cat, and I've brought her over for the sleepover.
I slept in Callie's bed. Was she a bedwetter? The bed still smells. Been 35 years, still smells. I mean, personally, I'd wash the sheets. I'd change the sheets, but you do you. You're fine, Agnes.
I told you not to mention Jenny's name in this house.
I said Kelly.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's a Freudian,
Agnes
Freudian
Agnes
slip.
is Jenny everywhere she goes.
So many kids.
What
You
were
did
they
say
called?
Kelly. Well, all the kids called.
Yeah.
Let me just write them as I go.
One was Etienne.
I was about to say with Etienne, I'm like,
We've got
oh, God.
Etienne and Jenny.
Etienne, Jenny,
Uncle
Kelly.
Eddie now.
What's Etienne's real name though?
Like Eric or Ian,
Eddie.
surely.
No,
Eddie.
Steve.
Eddie. And he's made it Etienne because he
I
wants
like
to be
that.
French.
He did one summer in exchange.
Yeah.
You all wake up. You're all at Agnes's house. You all wake up in the morning. What's your avenue of inquiry going to be? What are you going to get up to today?
Well, I think first things first, should we go? We can either go see Wyman and tell him what we found, or we can go straight to the Kraus's yacht or house. Do the Kraus's have a house in Brindlewood Bay, or is it
No,
just
they
the
all
yacht?
stay on the yacht.
Okay.
I think the yacht calls.
Wyman won't be up yet. They don't roll him out of his transporter until 10 in the morning.
We could go and
His
see.
CPAP machine doesn't turn on until...
We could go and see Wyman and tell him that you've learned his name after all these years.
We have to call him a different name every time.
every time.
Yeah.
So we've got Hyman.
Hyman, Kleiman,
Wise man.
yeah.
Wyman.
All right, so you
I think the yacht.
You make your way down, and it's still early in the town of Brindlewood Bay. The gulls are up, but you see as you make your way down towards the marina there to get a little skiff out, you can see like a couple of the locals, along with Eddie, like leaned up against the railing just at the base of the pier, just staring out. And in the towards sort of halfway mark of the pier, you can see this guy holding his phone like in selfie mode. And you can just make out. He's like, "G'day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Dave, the Blazing Weasel. It's so pleased to see you here." The look of horror on his face.
I'm worth it.
He's like,
Blazing Weasel has a channel.
He's like, "Wow, the Blazing Weasel channel. As you can see, we've come on this trip down here to the marina. We're getting ideas for weathering. We're really just looking at how stuff degrades in the environment. Maybe take that back to the workshop. Use that on painting some of our action dollies."
Just going to pause the recording for a second while...
Commenting on his weathering, whether his hairline is receding. How old is that man painting dolls?
And these two, the two sort of fishermen who are leaning against the railing, straight away are like, "You said it, Mrs. Janowitz. Yeah, you got it, ma'am. Yeah, he's a real piece of work. He's been here all morning. He keeps doing retakes. Every time he does something wrong, he's like, 'Oh, stupid! You're so stupid, Dave!' and does it again. It's pretty embarrassing for him."
That's very funny, Philip. How's the cranberry juice going? Does it still hurt?
He's like, "Yeah, it's all going well, Mrs. Jenner," and they quickly scarper, like back down the main
He's
street.
a good
towards the
boy,
fish.
Philip.
I'm shaking my head and I'm going, "Oh, you're all a pack of weirdos." And in the meantime, I'm walking my cat on a leash.
Well, another those you've got one of, I like those backpacks, with the bubble,
Bubble,
the bubble window.
Actually, that one. No, I'm going to stick with the leash.
The leash?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to stick with the
Yeah.
leash. Yeah.
The leash is more embarrassing for the cat.
And I like that the cat. I like the idea that the cat is fully happy with the leash. It just
Loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
On that note, Wegs, I know you had the condition of embarrassed. The condition of embarrassed will probably give you some negatives down this track. There is a way to get rid of conditions, which I might introduce now. It's by doing a little cozy activity. Essentially, it means when one of you is doing something that brings them calm or happiness, you have sort of an intimate, like a sharing moment between the two of them. Is there perhaps on the way down the dock here a little moment of levity that you two can have to clear that condition for you?
Yeah, there's because it's the docks, it's a working area. There's lots of beat up utes and trucks and sort of old school lorries and things like that. That sort of gives me a wistful memory of when my husband and I would tinker under the hood and he would teach me how to get a motor up and running. So,
and as you're doing this, you're relaying
Sorry,
this
the
to...
childishness in me is going, you're talking about cars, right?
you're unreal. Do you know how many times I've had to stop making cat jokes to try and keep this rated PG?
Hey, we're 80. We're not dead.
What sort of gentle old lady is working on lorries?
This kind of gentle old lady.
Gladys, you're walking along, you're reminiscing about...
Yeah,
the
reminiscing.
moment. And are you sharing this? You're sharing this moment with one of your colleagues?
I am. In fact, I'm pointing out. I see a strapping young lad sort of get out and lift up the hood, and he's sort of scratching his head, doesn't know why his car's not working the way it should. And I sort of elbow bump the old ladies with me, and I say, "Hey, I'm going to show these kids a thing or two." And I mockingly point out a few pointers to this young lad.
That young lad looks like an absolute dreamboat.
Put it away, Gloria.
One of the men on my calendars. His name's Justin as well, if you're wondering.
I was waiting for there to be some, but unfortunately he got crashed.
I was waiting for the passive aggressive takedown.
All right, so you've had a little cozy moment there. The beauty of the system is you can have a little cozy moment, you can clear that condition, and in the process you can stumble across a clue.
Oh my word!
Ooh.
So as this young man's lifting up the bonnet of the truck, and you're looking in there and you lean over, a piece of paper blows against your leg.
Ooh.
And sort of gets wrapped around there. And as you bend down to pick it up, you see that it's a list, and at the top it's got Krauss Yacht Party.
Ooh.
And it's got a list of names written down it. And one of the names has been scrubbed out so thoroughly that you can't actually read what the name was.
Was it Gloria Janowitz?
It should have been.
Take me off your list at your peril.
So you pick this up and you obviously turn to the other two, and what's your reaction upon stumbling across a clue like this?
Thinking, oh, what a stroke of luck!
Oh, Heavenly Father's looking into there.
He sure is. Guys, what do we have here? I didn't even know the Krausses were having a party.
What you have there is a list with somehow got Herman's name on it. Be a pretty pathetic party once you have Herman there.
Oh no, Agnes, Gloria's just about to be pushed into the ocean.
So how many names on the list?
20?
Yeah, okay.
25?
And just a who's who of Brindlewood Bay.
Who's who of Brindlewood Bay?
Ooh. Any names?
And you can see that it's actually only page one. You can see that there sort of continues off the page. So
Yeah,
there would be more than what you've got.
Yeah, righto. Something to pay attention to.
A righto from Agnes.
Righto. Hop, skip, jump. Let's get to it. Crack on, children.
Oh my God, I've never been so impressed.
16 kids just line up.
And they're not even hers. They're just, okay, so how are you getting across to the?
First of all,
let's just say as you're walking towards the end of the marina, you actually see parked up there a very posh speedboat. One of those speedboats with sort of the wood paneling on top and the leather seats and everything.
Oh yeah,
like the kind that a ship propeller eats in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You're welcome.
Never heard of it.
That's pretty good. Just check it out. And getting off this yacht is like a very chic lady, very lovely dressed. And she's straight away, she's being helped by this young man who's holding her hand. Yeah, you say young by your standards, but he's
75.
He's greying at the temples a bit, but he's got a lovely full head of hair and is helping her off the yacht. And she walks down. You hear her say like, "Oh, thank you, Curly. So lovely of you. I'll only be a few hours in town. I don't know if you wish to wait, or you can send the launch back to me." And he's like, "Oh, of course, ma'am." And he's got this beaming smile. He's got this sort of lovely olive skin and this full head of hair, and he's got this great big bright white smile, like a Hollywood smile. And as the woman walks closer to you, you can see that this is none other than Albert Krauss, wife of the deceased.
not the famous country western singer. There's a Albert Krauss, famous country western singer.
I thought it was a play on words to
I'm
it
just
first. I think
reading
it's
what's on
just
the cards,
on the-
man.
Won more Grammys than any woman ever. No, seriously.
I actually genuinely know who you're talking about.
Is this surviving the edit?
Let's find a way for it.
No, I
listen.
I like the idea that she's just got a similar
Her
name.
name is Alison Krauss. It's on the paper. I didn't make it up. Anyway,
Alison Krauss won more Grammys than every woman alive.
this
Just
is
saying.
not her.
Okay.
She's
Or
like,
dead,
"Oh,
actually.
You mean Alison Krauss?
The Alison.
The Alison Krauss.
Still doesn't
And the
Kelly
station
Kay.
band.
With that many grannies, she should be in our team.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
It's very clever. No. It's not your best work.
Best work.
So, this lovely lady is walking down the thing towards you, and as she gets closer, you realise it's none other than the wife of the deceased, Alison Krauss. And she's moving with sort of preternatural grace. She's beautifully dressed. And as she gets closer to you, do you take the chance to intercept her here, or?
No, I think we let her go on her merry way, and maybe we try and get aboard the yacht without her knowing.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts?
Are we going to try and hike a lift with Curly?
Yeah, why not?
While she's still in range, I'm like, do you know who that was? That was Alison Krauss, the wife of
The Grammy winner.
The Grammy winner. The multi-Grammy winner.
You have to keep it in.
She's walking off down the dock, back towards the town that's beginning to wake up. And you see Captain Curly's doing some stuff with the boat, and he's got those, the white uniform and the lovely sort of epaulets with, 4 gold stripes. Write that down. That's important. He's got a hat. And he's getting the boat ready to depart. And just as you approach him to talk to him, the episode ends. And, you love that one.
No,
It's
you
always
love that
such
one.
a cliffhanger. A man sitting in a boat,
A man that
having just delivered someone to town.
a man that you know nothing about that you're about to talk to. But
I know
unfortunately,
everything about him, sweetie.
the clock tells no lies. So we will pause there for this episode, and we will be rejoining Brindlewood Bay next episode. As I said, Brindlewood Bay, made by Jason Cordova. It's been great fun so far. Join us as we continue the adventure Dad Overboard. You can obviously grab a copy on TTRPG or else on the website there. Please leave us a review in universe or our favourites. We will read them out and tell your friends about us. We're trying to build a bit of a following on the channel, so it'd be great.
Can they be like other old ladies in our book club commenting on us?
Yes.
Oh, that would be the
That
best.
Gloria Janowitz said the most vile things to me. 5 stars.
About myself.
Stuff like that, yep. Mike, tell us a bit about what else is going on.
There's a channel Patreon for $1 a month, which has the podcast and painting channel perks and exclusives. That's got our table reads for when we do our fake commercials, and also some of the sneak peeks of what's coming up next for both the painting channel and the podcast. I did mention that, but I'll throw it in twice.
There's a painting channel.
So yes, I'm Mike from Flashing Badger Painting. There is a painting channel up on YouTube as well. Please come check it out. What else have we got? We have a Discord. So the Discord is thriving. There's a few hundred people in there already, several hundreds, in fact. So come hang out with us. There's a whole section dedicated to the podcast where you can influence what's coming up next, chat about what your favourite episode is and why. Spoilers, it's all of them. They're all amazing. And be a part of shaping the narrative for what's to come.
Most excellent. Next time, we're going to have part 2 of Dad Overboard. Be sure to join us then. So this episode, I have been Gordon.
I've been Wegs.
I have been Fitz.
And I've been Mike.
Thanks very much. We'll catch you next time.
Flashing Badger.